No, Shreyanka.
The recording is on.
Yeah, she will also join us.
Yeah. Balaji? Shreya, you are able to see the screen, right?
No, sir.
Huh?
Only your no, no. Your screen is not shared yet. Maybe.
1 minute. Okay. I didn't click share.
Yeah, now I can see.
Okay. Now you are able to see, right? Digital communication.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Let others also join. Suma and my friend
yeah, yeah.
Balaji.
Okay,
Just wait for a few seconds, few minutes.
okay, sir.
Shreya, now I have showing you the PDF document. You are able to see, right? PDF
Yeah, yeah.
document. Okay, okay, okay. Balaji?
Yeah, fully,
Okay, okay,
fully
okay,
and
okay. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, got the link. Okay. Just a minute. What about Suma?
Suma is not yet come.
I talked to her actually. She said she will come actually.
Yeah, yeah. Even I spoke with her.
She said she will come actually. I just now
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
to her.
Just yeah.
Suma?
No, sir.
Suma?
No, not.
Okay, I'll try to call her actually. Hello? Suma, did you click the link? You are not entered. The password you entered, eh? Why? I given, no? Pass. Oh, okay, okay. Suma will come then. Balaji? Balaji?
Yeah, Murali?
Are you able to see the screen, digital communication and all?
Wait. 1 minute.
You enter the password, right? Okay, that's why you are able to speak. Okay.
Yeah, Murali, I could see.
Okay, digital communication, modulation, trade-off, all those things you are able to read, right? Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
I'll make my mic off.
Just a minute. Yeah, I'm waiting for one more girl, Suma, actually.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Yeah, just a few minutes. She will come.
And now it's recording, I think so, sir. It has
No, that's
started
okay.
recording.
No, 2 hour, I think 2 GB.
Yeah. That's okay, but now it is properly recording, I think so.
Hmm. Actually, her laptop is hanging. Actually, just wait for 2 minutes. So we will not hurry here. These things happen actually. This fan, is it giving a noise actually? Fan sound? Balaji? Hello? Are you getting disturbed by the fan sound?
No, sir.
Huh?
No. A little bit is there, but that's fine, sir.
If it is disturbing, while talking, I'll switch it off actually. No problem.
No, sir, it's not disturbing.
Suma also joined, sir.
Suma joined, huh? Suma?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you joined. Fine. Okay. Yeah. But everybody is there. Okay. So, actually, there are two projects. One is right now we are concentrating on two projects. One is the GMSK modulator and demodulator, which will be done by Shreya, and the LDPC decoder. Actually, we will be doing some complexity analysis and some algorithm we will be implementing actually. So these two we want to take, but I thought I'll give a broader introduction what we are going to do. Then if they read some books or some papers, they can understand actually. So that's why I thought with the general introduction to digital communication. So first I'll give one day or two maximum general introduction. Then 1 or 2 days I'll talk on GMSK modulator and demodulator. And further, I don't know how many days I need for LDPC decoder actually. So we can fix the time. We can talk our convenient time and fix it accordingly. So everybody is able to read this screen, right? Clearly.
Yeah.
Yes,
This
sir.
is recorded. Also, this is PDF format, and also all the material is. I'm ready to save in PDF and send it actually. So no problem. If you want, you can take some notes or you can. No problem. Offline also you can see the recording, and if you have doubt, you are welcome to contact me. So the digital communication, first we should know the difference between, see, we know analog communication, AM, FM, PM and all actually. Then this digital communication, we know BPSK, UPSK, QAM, FSK, all those things actually, they are digital communication. We, nowadays, even the old AM, FM and all, they can be done using DSP processors actually, using pure digital technique actually. They are analog modulation, but digital technique actually. Another is digital modulation. Part of that is implemented using analog technique. There is a difference. You have to understand the difference between the two actually. For example, if you want a typical AM, you will take amplitude modulation. We want to implement in DSP processor. Simple cases, how will you do it actually? Simple, olden days, what is the simple receiver actually? You rectify the RF actually, put a low pass filter using a diode, you rectify it, put a low pass filter. Once it is rectified, low pass filter will remove the high frequency actually. That is the carrier frequency, it will be removed. So that AM signal, which is the speech, will be recovered actually. Now, even the same thing after A to D converter, we can implement the rectifier actually. It is just one instruction, absolute, one instruction. Then we can give a digital low pass filter. Low pass filter output we give the demodulator AM actually. But this is AM modulation, that is analog modulation using digital technique. Okay. Another is digital modulation using some analog or mostly digital, some digital or everything digital. So you have to, for example, this BPSK, QPSK and all earlier, even though they are digital modulation, the components involved were analog components earlier. For example, the timing recovery, they were using some analog PLLs actually, analog PLLs. And also AGC, they were using analog technique. Match filtering was done using analog. Even though the modulation, demodulation was digital, the implementation is analog actually. So this is, you have to know the difference. And let us start with linear and non-linear modulation actually. You should know what is the difference actually. Anybody can tell what is the difference, what is meant by linear modulation and what is non-linear modulation? Shall we make it some interactive actually by asking questions instead of just go on talking? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
How do you feel actually?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Is it Balaji? Balaji? Suma?
Yes, sir.
That interactive, shall I ask questions? Kind of interactive class is okay?
Yes, sir. That is fine.
Yeah.
So that any doubt, you can clarify then and then actually. Otherwise, I'll think that you have understood, and if you don't understand, then it don't serve the purpose actually. So what is meant by linear modulation and non-linear modulation actually? For example, AM is a linear modulation. FM and PM are non-linear modulation. Actually. Do you know why do you call AM as a linear modulation and why do you call FM or PM as non-linear modulation? Any idea? Okay, I'll show an equation. See, AM equation, okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is AM equation actually. F1 of T, F2 of T are your voice or some low frequency modulating signal. Omega C is a carrier actually. Omega C is a carrier frequency. F1 T is F2 or T are low frequency modulating signal. Y1 T, Y2 of T, Y of T are a modulated signal actually. Modulated wave. Cos omega C is the RF carrier actually. Okay. This is a typical AM equation, right? Y1 of T. You are giving a signal F1 of T. A is the amplitude of the carrier. A plus F1 of T. Amplitude of the carrier varies with respect to instantaneous modulating signal. That is speech or video. F1 of T is speech or video. A plus F1 of T means amplitude is varying. A is a fixed carrier amplitude. So cos omega Ct is a high frequency signal whose amplitude varies with respect to time actually. Okay, even though A is a constant, F1 of T is not a constant actually. Okay, this is a typical AM equation. If you don't understand anything, please feel to stop me actually. Y2 of T is like that another signal. A plus F2 of T cos omega Ct. Carrier frequency is same both cases actually. Carrier amplitude also A is also same. Okay. Now Consider another signal. You give f1 of t and f2 of t together. F of t equal to f1 of t plus f2 of t. F of t. You create one signal by adding f1 of t and f2 of t. What is y of t? Y of t is nothing but y1 of t plus y2 of t. Nothing but a plus f1 of t plus f2 of t into cos omega ct. Okay. So when you add f1 of t plus f2 of t, which is nothing but f of t, it is same as y1 of t plus y2 of t. Is it clear from this equation? See, you give two signals, modulating signal. For modulating signal 1, you get y1 of t. Modulating signal 2, you get y2 of t. Modulated signal actually. Modulating means your audio or video actually. Modulated means your RF carrier, which is modulated by the low frequency signal. So for signal 1, y1 of t is the modulated output. Signal 2, y2 of t. When you add signal 1 and signal 2, combine one as one signal, f of t equal to f1 of t plus f2 of t. If you give to the modulator, so but as per the equation, that is equal to sum of the two signals actually. This is a property of the linearity, right? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Is it clear or not?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
1 second, sir.
Hmm.
So this one y1 plus y1 of t plus y2 of t we are adding so that these first two terms will be
Yeah, y1 of t
2a
plus
cos
y1 of t plus y2 of t if you add, that is equivalent to you apply the modulator a combined signal f1 of t plus f2 of t,
okay.
right? If y
Okay,
of
sir.
t is a plus, see, a 1 minute, I'll show the next page. See, there are two signals. F1 of t gives y1 of t. F2 of t gives y2 of t. You,
Yes.
before modulating, you add the signals f1 of t and f2 of t. You add. Okay. What is the equation? A plus the signal bracket cos omega ct. A plus what is the signal? F1 of t plus f2 of t.
F2
That
of
is
t.
this one
Okay,
actually.
sir.
Are you able to see my cursor actually? Are you able
Yes,
to see?
sir,
Yeah.
Cursor, are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. A plus f of t is f1 of t plus f2 of t. Okay. So this is equivalent to this is the f1 of t plus f2 of t combined signal. So what is the modulating equation? A plus f1 of t plus f2 of t into cos omega ct.
Yes.
Separately, what is that? It's a signal output y1 of t plus y2 of t equal to the same thing, right?
Yes, sir.
So when you add output actually, f1 of t plus f2, the signal will y1 of t plus y2 of t gets added actually,
Yes, sir.
right? This is a linear modulation actually. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
If you don't understand, I will show why this will not work for FM actually. From that you will understand. This equation, is it clear?
Yes, sir. It's
Yes,
clear.
sir.
If you add the two input, okay, before adding input 1 gives output 1, input 2 gives input 1 output 1, input 2 output 2. If you give combined input 1 plus input 2, okay, for linearity you should get output 1 plus output 2. If it is non-linear, you won't get output 1 plus output 2. For example, I'll give one example. If that transfer function is okay, I'll write it actually better. What is non-linear actually? I think okay. My system function is square. Okay. Hello. You are able to see this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Now my input is cos omega on t. Okay. Output is, let us say, this input. Output is 2 cos omega on t. sorry, output is spiral. You have to give spiral actually. Cos square, cos omega 1t whole square actually.
Cos square omega 1t.
Yeah, omega 1t. If you give input cos omega 2t, output will be cos omega 2 square t, right? Is it correct? This is input 1, input 2. Okay, this is output y1 of t, this is y2 of t. If you give input 1 plus input 2, what will be the output actually? As per this, you have to give cos omega 1t plus cos omega 2t. This is input 1 plus input 2, square, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the output actually? Cos square omega 1t plus cos square omega 2t plus 2 cos omega 1t cos omega 2t. Is it correct?
Yes,
A plus b whole square. This square plus cross product term. Right?
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
yes.
Now, this is the output when you give input 1 plus input 2, both combined. What is the output input 1 alone? Cos square omega 1t. What is the output input 2 alone? Cos square omega 2t. What is the sum? Cos square omega 1t plus cos square omega 2t. Okay. Here there is one more term, extra term is there. Cross modulation term, intermodulation term actually. Cos omega 1t, cos omega 1t. So, because this is not a linear system. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear or not?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
clear.
If it is linear, you can sum it actually. Input, if you sum, output also will be summed actually. Okay. So now you see this, when you give f1 of t plus f2 of t, because it is an amplitude actually, okay, so you get, you can add it actually, right?
Yeah.
Whereas you give fm actually. See, this is fm equation, right? Cos omega c plus f2 of t, t.
Yes, sir.
Instantaneous frequency is affected by a modulating signal f2 of t actually. Omega c is the carrier frequency that is affected by f2 of t. Like that. Y1 of t is like that cos omega c plus f1 of t into t. Carrier frequency affected by f1 of t.
Yes, sir.
Now, are you finding difficult to understand, or if you don't find, please, because there are everything may not be perfect in the first attempt.
Yeah.
Y of t is cos omega c plus f1 of t plus f2 of t into t. When you combine both f1 of t and f2 of t, when you combine both, apply as a combined signal, this is the fm equation actually. But this is not equal to y1 of t plus y2 of t. Are you able to appreciate this?
Yeah.
Mathematically? Are you able to understand or not actually? Because
Yeah, I understand.
that term is in the frequency actually, not in
Frequency.
amplitude. See, inside the frequency actually, right? If you add two signals, there will be some. See, for example, if you do this, how if you expand this, you take omega c plus f1 of t, cos of this plus cos of into this, cos of f2 of t minus sine of this into sine of f2 of t. Okay. Whereas here there is no sine term. Y1 of t plus y2 of t, only cos term. There is not even a sine term actually. They are not obviously equal actually. Is it clear?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. Shreya?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, clear.
No, no, feel free to stop me if you don't understand. Please stop me actually.
Yeah, yeah.
No, this math, do you find it easy or it is okay?
Yeah, it's okay, sir. I can understand. Huh.
Yeah, if you don't understand, you ask me because this is not
Yeah,
your
yeah.
class. See, you are free to stop me anytime. Even after the class, also recorded video you play, and if you don't understand, you contact me actually.
Huh. Ask.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want you to help me in my project and also learn
Hmm.
actually. It's a mutually win-win situation actually.
Okay.
Shall I go to next slide?
Yeah, yeah.
Balaji? Balaji is not there. Huh?
Murli, go ahead.
Oh, okay, okay.
I generally put it on mute.
Okay. So now I will give an example why we should go for the digital modulation actually. See, I told you now there is a difference. Digital implementation is different from digital modulation. You have to understand the difference. The conventional AM, you can implement using digital techniques actually. Like DSP processor, you can implement same AM. Whatever earlier people used to do with transistor, instead of transistor, you can use software. But that is still AM only. But what I am talking is true digital modulation actually. AM, sorry, FSK, AM, QAM, this kind of digital modulation. Why we should go for such a modulation? What is the advantage of going for this actually? See, one is like if you implement digitally, naturally, the components will not be affected by temperature, aging, all those things, you can get the same result always if you mathematically if you do in a software something or some FPGA 100 times if you do also the same value you will get whereas if you do in op amp every time you will get slightly different depending upon the temperature drift all those problems that is different that problem is common even if you implement analog modulation like AM in digitally okay now I am talking about pure digital model what is the advantage I will give you a simple example let we know AM actually, right? Amplitude modulation. Let us say carrier frequency is 10 megahertz and bandwidth, audio bandwidth is 10 kilohertz. So the music and all, I think sufficiently 10 kilohertz, we can decent music we can represent, or at least voice, if not music, voice 10 kilohertz should be enough actually. So carrier frequency is 10 megahertz. Okay, the spectrum is marked actually 10 megahertz plus 10 kilohertz. It will go to 10 megahertz minus 10 kilohertz. It will go actually. Is it clear?
Yes.
Is it clear or not?
Yes, it's
See, 10 megahertz is the carrier. Your input audio frequency is 10 kilohertz. So, what will be the frequency? Sum and difference, right?
yes.
Go to sum 10 megahertz plus 10 kilohertz and 10 megahertz minus 10 kilohertz. So, these are two sidebands, upper sideband and lower sideband in the AM actually, right? So, this is you give 10 megahertz bandwidth, it is working actually. Some speech or audio is coming actually. Now, you assume that receiver, I have a carrier, local oscillator, LO. That frequency is not perfect like transmitter oscillator. It is not 10 megahertz. It is 10 megahertz plus 1 kilohertz. Okay, 1 kilohertz offset is there actually. Okay,
Okay.
1 kilohertz offset is there. So, what will be the frequency actually? See, you have 10 kilohertz either side. After at okay, I'll write here. See, this is my receiver actually. Receiver actually. This is 10 megahertz plus or minus 10 kilohertz. My audio input actually. Here local oscillator is 10 megahertz. Okay. What will be the output? You put a low pass filter. What will be the low pass filter output? 10 kilohertz signal, right? Minus 10 plus 10. This is your music or speech, whatever may be. Is it clear?
Yes.
The LPF is low pass filter. Are you understanding this or any? I'm just I'm having some. I'm finding difficult time. If you please, if you feel that the way I'm explaining is not, please give a feedback. Actually, is it clear? Are you able to understand?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. Understanding.
This is your AM actually. Okay, 10 megahertz modulated. See, this is your spectrum will be, this is 10 megahertz. This is the double side band. This is your modulated. This is 10 megahertz. This is plus 10 kilohertz. This is minus 10 kilohertz. This one, what will be this one? Center frequency? This is F.
This mine.
What is that?
Carrier frequencies.
Yeah, what is that value?
10 megahertz.
10.
Minus 10 megahertz. Right? You have both. See, it is a real signal. Modulated signal is a real signal. The spectrum will be, this is DC.
Okay.
Symmetrical actually, right? And because it is DSP, this and this and this will be symmetrical also. Not only with respect to DC, with respect to carrier also it will be symmetrical. Because this is DSP, double sided band.
Yes.
Okay. So this is 10 megahertz plus minus 10 megahertz minus 10 kilohertz. Minus 10 megahertz minus 10 kilohertz. This is minus 10 megahertz
Plus 10 kilo.
plus 10 kilohertz, right?
Yes.
Minus 10 megahertz plus 10 kilohertz. Okay. Never mind, some different in the selected. Forget it. So this is symmetrical actually. Okay, this is double side band. This is, do you know this actually?
Yes.
This is just AM modulation. AM is with respect to carrier. AM with carrier actually. Amplitude modulation with carrier. Okay. So this is not, if you give to the low pass filter, you will get this actually. Right? Because you have removed the carrier frequency by mixing actually. Filtered, low pass filter will remove the RF carrier. What is the frequency? Some and different frequency actually. Different frequency will be 10 kilohertz. So this is your baseband actually. Suma,
Yes, sir.
are you able to understand this, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. If you don't ask, I feel that you understand. Actually, I don't know whether I am able to express properly or not. I am feeling actually. So if
Yes,
you
sir,
don't
yes.
understand, please feel to stop me. This is a baseband actually. After, see, this is your multiplying actually. Both has
Yes,
10
sir.
megahertz. What will be the frequency? Some are different frequency. Some frequency will be 20 megahertz. Low pass filter will throw it out. Difference will be 10 megahertz by 10 megahertz 0. Plus or minus 10 kilohertz baseband will be signal. This is the one baseband actually. Okay. So this is normal actually. Suppose what will happen if I have a frequency offset of 1 kilohertz? Here 10 megahertz minus 1 kilohertz. Anyway, some will be thrown out. What is the difference frequency? Difference frequency will be 1 kilohertz less. So the frequency will not be 0 to 10. It will be 1 to 11.
Okay.
That offset will be there actually. So your spectrum will be like this. Instead of, okay.
So is it always +1 or it can be +1 or -1?
Yeah, anything will be. I'm just giving an example. 1 kilohertz offset plus actually. It can be minus. This is zero signal. This is 1 kilohertz zero signal. This is the this will be your spectrum. 1 kilohertz no signal actually. Right? This will be your signal actually. Right? Is it clear? This 1 kilohertz no signal actually.
Yes.
0 to 1 kilohertz. This is 11 kilohertz.
Yes.
0 to 1 only noise. No signal.
Okay.
Right? Why? Because the receiver oscillator is not perfect. There is a frequency offset actually.
Okay.
Right? So because of that, instead of 0 to 10 kilohertz, it becomes 1 to 11 kilohertz. Actually. Your signal is 1 to 11 kilohertz. So if you restrict to 10 kilohertz, your signal will be removed, right? 10 to 11
Yes,
will be
sir.
removed.
It will be removed both the sides.
Both the sides. Yeah, both the sides.
Okay.
But you don't want that. So what you should do, instead of 10 kilohertz, you give a filter of bandwidth of 11 kilohertz, right? Wider, you make the filter wider actually. So this complete thing will come. But what is the problem actually? This 1 kilohertz, no signal. What is there? Noise, right?
Hmm.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So 1 kilohertz noise is there actually. Extra noise is there actually. Only noise, no signal actually. So this will cause more problems actually. See, anyhow you cannot do if there is a signal is containing noise, you can't do anything. But outside the bandwidth of the signal also some noise is there. You have to bear with that actually, right? So so what is the solution? You make the filter wider, add extra noise will come. Extra noise is going to come. It will affect your voice quality will not be good. How will you solve it? In a conventional analog, how they used to solve this? Increase the transmitter power, right? Noise you don't have control. So TX power you increase. Transmit power you increase. Is it correct?
Yes.
Right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Shreya?
Yes, sir.
No, please. These are really important actually. If you don't understand it, this is not your. I am not your professor. I won't fail you in the exam. You ask me either I will know. If I know it, I am going to answer. If I don't know, I will refer and tell you. That's all. Nothing is going to, you are not going to lose anything actually by asking me.
Yes, sir.
So this extra 1 kilohertz, you make the filter wider. It passes more noise. To compensate that, you increase the transmit power. So this is a loss, right? You are increasing the transmitter power actually. This is the problem in analog communication actually, right? There is a frequency offset. It end up in transmitter power, more transmit power actually. But in digital communication, this 1 kilohertz frequency offset somehow you can estimate it. Don't worry how you are estimating. Somehow you can estimate and compensate it actually, right? How will you compensate it? See, you have this stage before low pass filter, you had one more stage. Sorry, after the low pass filter, here you one more mixer. This 1 kilohertz carrier low frequency cos 2 pi 1000 hertz, 1000 T. You multiply actually. What will happen actually? Put one more filter. You can remove that 1 kilohertz offset, right? Are you able to understand this? See, here it was 1 to 11. You multiply by another 1 kilohertz offset actually. Then you bring back to original actually.
Okay. There's in first it will add 1 kilohertz offset. Now we will
You
remove
are not adding. See, this
No.
1 kilohertz offset, why it is happening? Because you
because
are
of
using
that.
some crystal. In the receiver, you are using some crystal to produce RF frequency, right? The crystal will not be perfect. This is an analog component.
Yeah.
It will be perfect. There will be some tolerance. You can't get exact 10 megahertz crystal. It's not possible. 10 megahertz plus some kilohertz. That is the tolerance actually. And also with the temperature, some variation is going to be there actually. Okay. So this will affect your signal actually. In AM, the solution is make it wider, increase the transmit power. But why we cannot do this? Why can't we increase the transmit power always? What is the reason actually? Why we should go for a digital technique? See, we can increase the transmit power actually. What is the problem? Why do you hesitate to increase the transmit power actually?
We need more frequency to transmit that.
What?
Frequency?
No, transmit power. See, if there is extra 1 kilohertz, this is no signal but noise is entering. That's why you want to increase the signal power more. Transmit power you want to increase, right? That is the solution. Why this is not advisable always? Why do you say this is not a good thing actually? True. If you are using AM, your circuitry is very simple, no complexity. It is very, very simple. But why do you go for this complicated digital receiver? You have to understand that. Why do you estimate this 1 kilowatt offset? I told you, there is a way to compensate it. Why do you do that actually? Why should we do that? Okay, I will give an example. You are sending one probe, some rocket or satellite or some probe, some rocket you are sending to Mars, okay, or some Saturn. They are far away actually. Whenever that rocket transmits some signal to Earth, that is powered by solar actually, and battery and solar. Okay, it is not like your Earth where you have a lot of power, idle megawatts of powers are available. There it is just some battery and solar. You can't increase the transmit power actually. It is not in the hand. It will be very small only. So whatever the rocket transmit to Earth, that will be low power actually. So if you cannot make it low power, you cannot use it actually. So it should be very small. It is not your control. You cannot bring one hydel station, one hydel station, hydel or coal thermal station to Mars. You cannot take it. So with low power, it has to operate. So that's why we need low power. That is a requirement. Bandwidth also should be low because bandwidth means money. More bandwidth means that customer has that whoever is providing the service like Airtel or Jio, they have to pay more money to the government. So bandwidth is a resource, and also power is a resource. You can't increase actually. So bandwidth and transmit power are constraints actually. You can't arbitrarily, it is not, you can't go on increasing it. It is a luxury actually. So what is the price paid in digital communication? You are estimating the frequency offset and compensating it. In typical AM, you don't estimate it, just leave it, make it wider, that's all. That is a simple solution. But what is the price paid? Increase transmit power. So you are trading complexity, higher complexity to reduce transmit power and bandwidth actually. Right?
Hmm.
Is it clear?
Hmm.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
So that part is not clear.
1 minute.
That
I'll show you. Which is not clear?
So this
The
one,
two
like
low
after the low pass
mixer.
filter, you are adding one mixer. That how to you told that we
Okay.
can compensate.
This is not in AM actually. See, I'm telling you, in digital communication, you have estimated it somehow. Right now, don't worry how we found that 1 kilohertz is offset. Somehow we have found it. That 1 kilohertz, if you multiply it again, one more mixing, what will happen? Somewhat different frequency, right?
Hmm.
Yes.
Somewhat different frequency. The different frequency will remove the 1 kilohertz offset, right? See, it will be some signal plus 1 kilohertz, signal minus 1 kilohertz. So 1 kilohertz offset was added. Now minus 1 kilohertz means it is removed. That filter will select the different frequency actually,
Okay.
right?
Yes, sir.
So that the effect of frequency offset is gone actually. So then you can restrict to after the filter, the low pass filter output can be 0 to 10 kilohertz again because you brought back to original 0 to 10, not 1 to 11. 1 to 11 has been brought back by mixing 1 kilohertz, so 0 to 10. So bandwidth is 10 kilohertz. The noise will not be huge. Are you able to appreciate this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Shreya?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yeah, please stop me at any time if you don't understand.
Yeah.
Till what time we will have the class actually?
No issues, Murali. You can continue as such wish.
Okay. I have prepared many slides actually. I don't know when if you guys cannot understand or something, if you want to break, feel free to stop actually. I don't want if you are not able to understand then. So these slides is whatever I explained actually, right? Digital low bandwidth, low power, but high complexity. Analog, low complexity, but more power actually. So bandwidth power is a constraint in remote deep probes actually because rockets is far away. That signal will be weak. You cannot have bring your hydel or thermal station to the satellite rocket actually. Then the analog versus digital. Um, Then there are two types of digital modulation. One is modulation type is baseband and passband actually. Baseband and passband. I will distinguish what is the difference actually. In earlier we have the PSTN. Now also we have analog telephone, right? BSNL telephone is there, landline. So we speak. You assume that the other party is on the same exchange. So you speak. The signal is analog, purely analog. It goes to the exchange. Exchange just it's a switch. It connects to the called party. Both you talk. You understand? That is purely analog actually, right? This communication is called baseband communication actually, because your speech will be some for 3 or 4 kilohertz. So signal is 3 or 4 kilohertz. Same 4 kilohertz signal transmit goes through the copper wire, goes to the exchange, get connected to the called party. Same 4 kilohertz signal, it goes there actually. There is no RF modulation is involved actually. So this is baseband signal. What about our cell phone communication? Is it baseband or passband? Shreya,
Yes, sir.
what is our cell phone you are talking, you know?
Cell
Mobile
phone is
communication.
wireless.
Wireless, but I am asking, is it baseband or passband actually?
A passband only.
Why? Because your signal, your speech, you assume that simple phone or old analog cell phone. Speech is some 3 or 4 kilohertz baseband signal is mixed with the RF carrier actually, right? This goes to some 600 or 700 megahertz plus your speech 4 kilohertz. So it is modulated and brought to RF actually. So it is passband. Whereas normal telephone or BSNL line within the exchange, within that, if your called party is also within the same exchange, that is pure baseband actually. Another baseband communication is ADSL. I don't know. I think BSNL is still having ADSL. I think everything may not be fiber. I think ADSL, that is a baseband communication. Whatever you are transmitting, it is in some different megahertz or 10 megahertz or 5 megahertz, but that is baseband actually. That is not modulated by any other RF carrier actually. Whereas passband is your cell phone communication actually, where your baseband signal is multiplied by RF carrier and brought to higher frequency actually. You have to transmit through antenna actually. Okay. Can you tell me why do we do that actually? Why do we go for passband communication? What is the reason for passband actually? Why do we multiply by RF carrier actually?
For transmitting.
Huh?
To transmit at a higher frequency, sir.
Yeah, why do you transmit at high frequency actually? Why can't you transmit 4 kilohertz voice signal actually through antenna?
So the signal may fade away if we transmit with the low frequency. To avoid the fading effects.
No, nothing to do with fading actually. See, basically
But
there are
sir,
two.
this one, with the high frequency, that antenna height also will be less, or else
Yeah, correct.
with
Yeah,
the low frequency antenna height will be more.
correct. Antenna height should be some lambda by 10 or something. That wavelength should be 10, rule of thumb actually. So if the frequency is high, wavelength will be less, lambda by 10 also will be less, it will be efficient. But if frequency is in kilohertz, many meet some very long, more than some 200 meter, 300 meter antenna we have to build. That is impossible actually. That is one reason. Second reason, through RF, if you modulate, you can allocate many users actually. For example, for me, you can allocate 400 megahertz plus or minus 10 kilohertz. Another user, 410 megahertz plus or minus 10 kilohertz. Different users, we can occupy different bands in RF. Then receiver, each will have its own filter and they will select their own signals actually. If everybody is transmitting to 4 kilohertz, even if you assume that you have an antenna up to moon, only one person can talk. All others they cannot talk actually. If all are transmitting, then they will interfere with each other. So these are the two reasons why we go for passband modulation actually. So this is a So I'll come to the baseband and passband later actually. This is a typical digital communication. And now that RF, I gave an example, frequency offset. Are you able to understand, appreciate that why we easily solve in analog? Why do you take the trouble of estimating and tracking it, the frequency offset in digital? Are you able to appreciate that actually?
Yes.
Yes.
Because the price paid is higher transmit power and higher bandwidth in analog modulation. So that is a luxury actually. We can't afford to do that. Instead of that, nowadays more microprocessor, high-speed microprocessors and computers have come. It is affordable. Computation has come cheap. So we can have more complexity and low transmit and low bandwidth. That is our requirement actually. Complexity we are trading actually. Not that always complexity we will increase it to have less transmit power and less bandwidth. Sometimes deliberately make it less complex. We will we will sacrifice some bandwidth efficiency actually. That I don't want to confuse now, but I will talk it later stage time permits. This is a typical digital modulation scheme. I assume your source signal is analog, either speech or video actually, which is analog. That is given to A to D converter, ADC. Then there is something called source coder actually. Do you know what is source coding means? What is it doing actually? What is the meaning of source coding actually?
If it is the analog,
And
No, analog is converted to digital actually. ADC is now everything is digital. Why should we do source coding actually?
so is it same as the encoder?
Yeah, encoder. Yeah, but why do you need an encoder actually? ADC
So
itself
it
is
adds
digital.
the redundancy bits.
Redundancy
It's to add
redundancy
the
bits.
redundancy bits.
to add a
Yes, so we are in the encoding and all. We are adding the redundancy bits.
are you adding redundancy bits in encoding?
So in the turbo decoder and all, if
No,
the
that
system
is channel decoder. See, there is something source coder and channel coding. They are different. You should understand what is source coding and what is channel coding actually. They are different actually.
okay.
Okay, I'll give an example. I'll write something. Can you tell me what is it? There is something missing. Okay, forget about what. I am deliberately. This is missing actually. Can you tell what is this word? Hello.
Apple. Yes, apple.
How do you, that the into mark is it is missing? How did it tell actually?
Yeah, but by assuming it is P.
Huh?
The first and last letters and all, by seeing that.
Because our language, language contains a
Yeah.
lot of extra information, redundancy. That is called redundancy actually. Even though the P is missing,
we
AP and
can.
LP, with that we can make out that is P actually, right? That is called redundancy extra. It is there. Even without that, you can make it out actually, right? So this redundancy means you have to send more bits actually. In speech and video, there are a lot of redundancy is there actually. For example, I'll give an example. So somebody is moving. This is a frame one. Video, take a video one. This is frame one. This is frame two. Okay. Everything background, chair, table, in the room, everything is same. One person is moving. Here, one person is there. He is moving. He is moving from here to here. This is second frame. He has moved something. But whatever static, the chair, table, they are always same actually. They don't move. Only this person is moving actually. Okay. So this you don't have to encode all the same chair, table, everything again and again. Here also you don't have to send it actually. Whatever extra, difference is the person. Send the difference, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to send the once you encode this chair, table, and all, they are there. Here also same. Whatever there is a change, that you remove the redundancy. Like that APPLE, they remove that. You throw that P, no problem. You can still make out. So this video or speech, everywhere redundancy is the extra information is there. So if you transmit just digitize A to D and send it, you have to need a lot of data actually. You don't want to send a lot of data because more data means more money. You don't want. You want to reduce the data rate, but still we got to make out. That is the difference. You cannot remove it and later if you don't get the original message, then you can't afford to do that. So that is called source coding actually. Is it clear? This removing this P is source coding. You remove some redundancy so that still you can make out in the receiver. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That is called source coding. Okay? Is it clear?
Yes.
When you are tired, please stop me actually. Okay?
Okay.
Say you are following, right?
Yes, sir, following.
Another is next source coder, you remove the redundancy. You have an analog signal, digitize it, that is large data entity. You remove some of that redundancy, make it less data. If instead of 1 megabyte, you make it to 10 kilobyte. 100 times you compress it, you reduce it. Like zip, zip file, large file, you make it small. You remove the redundancy, make it small data. 10 megabyte will become say 100 kilobyte, very small. Okay, then this 100 kilobyte going to transmit actually. Okay, that is the job of source coding actually. Then what is channel coding? What is channel coding?
So we are adding the redundancy in the channel coding.
Correct. We now earlier we removed redundancy.
Yes.
Now we add redundancy actually. Okay, but this redundancy will not be large actually. It will be a small percentage of the original signal, but it helps it has some benefit. That is why we are adding actually. Otherwise, there is no point in adding redundancy actually. Okay, it gives us some benefit actually. So that adding that extra, more that those bits are called parity bits, some extra bits, so that we can remove some of the errors actually. Okay, so that is called channel coding actually. Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'll give an example. I'll give some BPSK example. Okay, see, you have a stream of 10101111000 some bits stream coming actually. Okay, this is your digital bits. You map into BPSK. 1 means 1, 0 means -1, 1 means 1, 0 means -1, 1, 1, 1, -1, -1. You are mapping actually 1. This is BPSK modulation, right? Is it clear? This is 1 volt, the voltage, 1 volt minus 1 volt. Standard BPSK actually. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Just bits, ones and zeros you map. 1 means 1, 0 means -1. This is my representation actually. So what is that? 2B minus 1. B is 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2 into 1 minus 1. 2 into 1 minus 1 is 1. B equal to 0, 2 into 0 minus 1 is -1. So this is your standard BPSK modulation. So you send these pulses actually. Okay. So suppose you assume that simple BPSK you are sending, no other pulse shaping, nothing. You are sending these pulses. 1 means this is 1 volt. -1 means -1 volt. This is 1 volt, this is -1 volt. So what is this? 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, 1, 1, 1. This pulse will be like this, right? 1, 1, 1, minus 1, 1, minus 1, 1. So this is your signal actually. Suppose I have a noise actually. I have a noise which is added. Okay, noise is large value. Okay, suppose noise can be sometimes plus 1.2 volt to minus 1.2 volt. What has happened? When your signal is 1, minus 1.2 is added, what will happen actually? Do you feel I have taken thought too much, or are you tired actually? Please stop me actually.
Yes.
No, sir.
Huh? Hello?
No, sir.
Hello, sir.
No, you are understanding or?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, understand.
Okay. So this, whenever you send one 1 bit you send plus 1 volt, 0 bit minus 1 volt you transmit. In the channel noise is added, noise can go as high as plus 1.2 or minus 1.2. So when you send 1, suppose the noise is minus 1.2, so plus 1 minus 1.2 will become minus 0.2 actually. So the receiver you give a slicer actually. If it is positive, anything positive it is 1 bit. If it is everything negative, it is 0 bit. Because negative is 0 plus 1. That is our convention. So it gives this minus 0.2. Slicer will tell it is 0. But what do you said? 1, right? You said 1, but you received this. So there is an error, right?
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it clear or not?
Yeah, yes, sir. Clear.
So channel is adding noise. Because of that, you make an error actually. So what is the best way? But this noise will not be minus 1.2 always. It will be minus 0.3, minus 0.1. It is Gaussian noise. It will be sometimes large, sometimes most of it will be small values actually. Okay. So the simplest scheme, if it is whatever bit, 1, you repeat it 3 times. 1 means 111 transmitter. 0 means 0. 3 times you send it actually. Same thing, you send it 3 times or even 4 times. 4 times, let us say 4 times. 4 times 1, 4 times 0. These all ones are 1, 1, 1, 1. All zeros are minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. Okay. Right? This is called repetition code actually. So if the same noise is added, first bit it will become minus 0.2. Okay. Second bit 1, the noise is not very large. It's not minus 1.2, it is minus 0.3. Okay. So what will happen? 1 minus 0.3 plus 0.7. Like that, you add 0.6 and 0.5, something like that, or 0.8. 4 different values, all are positive, only one has become negative. You sum all the 4, what will happen? 15,
Positive.
1.9, right?
Yes.
So 4 bits divided by 4, what is the average value? 1.49 by 4, roughly, slightly less than 0.5 actually, slightly less than 0.5. Okay. This due to slicer, what will happen actually? Positive value, right? So it will say 1 actually. You are decoded correctly, right? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to appreciate this?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, sir.
You added a redundance, you repeated the same information 4 times instead of 1, means 4 times, because even though noise is there, different noise, it has survived actually, even though it has become it has become reverse actually. One sample, all the signals are good. So in average of that all, add it and divide by 4, that will be still positive actually, right? So you decoded it correctly. All the 4, right? You transmit 1, you receive 1. There is no error actually. How did you achieve redundancy? What is the redundancy? Add extra bit. Same bit you repeated thrice. 4 times totally you repeated. 3 more you repeated. Totally 4. This is called simply repetition coding actually. This is simple form of coding actually. Error control coding. But there are complicated code, block codes and error correction. So many complicated LDPC. So many complicated codes are there. Here the efficiency is very low actually, because for each bit you repeat it 4 times means it is not advisable. So this is not good. But don't worry about that. Nevertheless, the redundancy is there actually, added actually. Okay, this is the purpose of channel coding actually.
Channel code.
Shall we stop at this level? I don't mind, but see, if you don't observe, please let us stop it actually. It all depends.
So what is the next concept?
Next is the demodulation, modulation. This block I have to complete. Modulation, demodulation, and
Is it GMS
Yeah,
or
GMSK is we have to do, we have to, first digital modulation we have to understand, right? So we will linear modulation, QAM or PSK with pulse shaping. What is ISI? Then we will go for GMSK. Otherwise, you don't know what is ISI. How will you understand GMSK actually?
yes?
Some 2-3 classes like this I have to take before GMSK. Is it okay or you are feeling?
No, it's okay, sir.
Huh?
Like this only, it's fine.
Yeah, the recorded thing is there actually. So if you have any doubt, feel free to ask me actually.
Yes, sir.
So we have to cover digital modulation. DAC is just okay. I'm not going to talk because I'm not a hardware person actually. Only the digital input, it is analog output actually,
Huh.
right? And TX
This
carrier.
one block we can finish now.
Huh? Shall we
This
finish?
digital mode.
Okay. No, no. If you are not tired, I'll continue. If you are tired, you don't observe. I'll. It is up to you actually. What is the majority? How do you feel?
Yeah, yes, sir. You can continue.
Okay. Sumo, you are also understanding, right?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Okay. So the next is the digital modulation actually. Okay. So one is that simplest case is BPSK. I told you, one means one, zero means minus one. This kind of modulation is BPSK. Another is some complicated modulation actually. So for example, you take 2 bits actually. This is a bit stream 10110001. These are your bit stream. Okay, you take 2 bits, group 2 bits together actually. 2 bits, 2 bits. Okay, 2 bits means how many possibilities are there? Either can be 0 or 1, right? So there are 2 square possibilities, right?
Mm.
Right? Correct?
Yes.
So you send a signal instead of +1 or -1, you don't send plus or BPSK. This is BPSK. Don't send this, but some complex signal actually, complex number A plus JB. A is real, B is imaginary. A is real. A complex number actually. Okay. The complex number is divided by 2 bits. It can be 3 bits or 4 bits, depending upon the model. 3 bit means 8 PSK or 8 QAM. 4 bit means 16 QAM. Okay, we'll come to that. Let us say simple 2 PSK actually. Example. 2 bits, 1 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 actually. Okay. Now there is a 4-point constellation actually. This is real, this is imaginary. This is a complex number, right?
Yes.
The real is imaginary. Suppose 0 0 means, I give an example. It is 1/√2. This is the point actually. 1/√2. The real is positive, imaginary is also positive, plus j/√2. Right? What about this? 0 1. I am just arbitrarily, did not follow this. This one. Real is negative, minus 1/√2. Imaginary is positive, right? Plus j/√2.
Yes.
Like this one. 1 0. Real negative, imaginary negative. Minus 1/√2.
Sir, here we cannot give 1 0, no, sir, because there should be a
I'll come
difference.
to that. I'll come to that. 1 1. This is this point. 1/√2 plus minus j/√2. Why I this peculiar 1/√2? Because you can do 1 plus j, 1 minus j, simple. Okay. But I want the simple energy, 0 0 0 1 are not bits. They are called symbols actually. This is QPSK symbol. QPSK symbol, not bits. Symbol, not bit. I want symbol energy 1. Excuse me, just a minute. Sorry. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Hi, yes, sir.
Yeah. So this QPSK, this 1 by root 2 plus j by root 2 and all, they are called symbols actually. They are not bits. Okay, it is a real number actually. It's a number, complex number actually. Okay. So what is the energy of this actually? You square real square. What is the energy? Real part square. 1 by root 2 square is half, right?
Yes, sir.
Imaginary, again 1 by root 2 square, either it could be plus or minus, don't worry about that. Off. So off plus off 1, like the 1 plus 1 plus 1, this 1, see for example, what is the 1 by root 2, you take 1 by root 2 plus j by root 2, you take this. This is a symbol, right?
Yes.
Correspond to 0, 0. Okay. Suppose you assume that zeros and ones are probable actually. Equal probability. Whatever probability of 0 is same as probability of 1 actually. What is the probability of 0, 0?
In the 4 points you are asking, so 1 by 4.
Probability of 0 is off. Probability of 1 off.
Huh.
1 by 4.
Okay, what is the probability of 0, 0?
1 by
1 by
1 by
4.
1 by 2 into 1 by 2, 1/4, right?
Yes.
So this 1 by root 2 plus j by root 2 is 1/4 probability. So what is the energy of that? 1 by 4 into 1 plus 1 by, for again 1 by root 2 minus j by root 2. Each one is same 1 by 4 into 1. So there are 4 terms. 1 by 4 into 1 plus 1 by 4 into 1. All sum together it will become unit energy actually. We want to maintain unit energy. That's why we keep it 1 by root 2 plus j by root 2. We scale it by 1 by root 2 so that the simple energy is unity actually. This is the logic behind this actually.
Okay.
Oh.
Right? Is it clear? This is called the modulation actually. Right? So like that you can have some form actually. You do not have QPSK. You can have some other constellation. Or I'll go. Okay, all right. So you can have some 16 quam. Here there is 1 point, here there is 1 point, here 4 points are there in positive quadrant, 4 points are negative, positive, negative quadrant. Each quadrant there are 4 points actually. We have different real and different imaginary values. This is imaginary, this is real. So this is called 16 quam actually. So you can have like this. 4 bits are taken 0, 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1, 1. There are 16 possibilities are there. Each possibility will be mapped to 1 actually. Right?
Yes.
So this modulation, this is called modulation actually. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You transmit symbol. This is symbol, not bit. No longer bit. This is symbol actually. You send this symbols actually. This will have now some number 0, 0, 0. You will have. I'm just arbitrarily giving some value 0.3 minus or plus j 0.7. Some number actually. So if you find the average energy of all 16, it should be ES equal to 1 actually.
1.
Real square plus imaginary square. Each one is 1 by 16 actually. So if you sum all, it will become energy of symbol will be unity actually.
Hmm.
Right? This is modulation. Right? So can you send the modulated data directly? Or even you assume that BPSK plus or minus 1. Can you send these pulses directly to a can you just, this is your pulse. Can you give to RF mixer? This is your RF carrier, cos omega CT. Can you multiply it and give transmit antenna? Can you give this? We will stop with this actually. Balaji,
He left already.
left, eh? Okay, no problem. Yeah. So, if you don't follow, please tell me actually. I will stop it. I don't want to prolong till you are tired actually.
No, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
In this way, anyhow, I am going to stop. I am not going to continue. This is my last topic today actually. This is your
Yeah.
pulse. Can you RF modulate it and transmit it actually?
We can't.
What will be the problem actually? See, here the signal rises very sharp, right? Here also it falls sharp. Here it rises sharper. How much time it takes to rise or fall actually? What is this is the time axis? This is amplitude axis. How much time it takes to rise or fall? What is delta t? 0, right?
Yes, sir.
What is frequency? Frequency equal to 1 by f, 1 by t. So delta t is 0 means how much? What is the frequency? It will go to infinity, right?
Infinite.
Yes, sir.
You need infinite frequencies actually. So if you modulate, the bandwidth should be infinite. Can you afford to have infinite bandwidth?
No, sir.
No.
Hmm?
No, sir.
So how will you send this actually? Okay.
So that is where again continuous phase modulation will come.
Continuous? No, forget about continuous. You just some simple BPSK. Can you modulate by your multiply by RF carrier actually? Can you do that? These pulses. This baseband signal, what is I told you, infinite frequencies it will occur because it rises or falls sharply actually.
Yes.
So you what how do you do? See if it is like this, this is not falling or rising sharply.
Yes.
How do you get this from this? How do you get this? Sudden rise or sudden fall, how do you remove it actually? High frequency, how will you remove actually? What do you do actually? High frequencies are there. Suppose there is a signal. It is 1 kilohertz to 2 kilohertz. There is a signal at 1 megahertz. I don't want this. I don't want this. What do you
Low
do?
pass filter we can add.
That's all. Right? You put a low pass filter. This is gone. This is gone. Throw it out. So high frequency, this is high frequency. You give it a low pass filter, this will become like this. Right? Low pass filter will remove sharp edges.
Sharp.
Why do you do that? Because high frequency if you allow, you have to increase bandwidth. Bandwidth is money. The telephone operator has to pay more money to the government if they ask more bandwidth. You don't want that. You want to operate whatever minimum bandwidth. That's why you put a low pass filter. Then you modulate by RF carrier. You can do that actually. Okay, we'll talk about this next class actually. This isn't too much. But you think about this actually. How to put the low pass filter, what are the requirements, we'll see. But this is the modulation and demodulation part actually. Okay.
So in the demodulation part, can you concentrate more on that software demodulation?
Yeah, demodulation also we will see, but we will see only match filtering. We will not do synchronization at all because then this class will go for many. We can't do the project work actually,
Okay.
right? Because we will do both. See, we can take it later stage actually. We need not finish everything in one step actually. The purpose is to give you some introduction, something.
Okay.
So that you don't just blindly do something. I don't want you to do that. You learn something, do something, then we will learn actually. That is how you can't go on reading theory, then after 1 year only you will start means actually.
Okay.
So we'll go back and forth actually, right?
Okay.
But if I ask you to read everything, it will take more time. That is why to jumpstart you, I start this with this actually.
Okay.
If you don't understand, please, this video will be there, or let me see whether I have recorded. Then you offline you see and come with doubts, get it clarified, be thorough actually. Then we will enter into the project mode. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
with
sir.
this we'll stop this class. Is it okay?
Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Balaji, he has left, eh?
Yeah, he's left.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.